once you sign up, this is what you will see. When you get in there, you'll see you have home, gallery, learn, and join, and make. Before we get started, I want to show you guys. So for Padlet, there are different plans and pricing. However, for free ones, you can make 3 Padlets. Those 3 Padlets can be changed. So if you made 1, you made 3, and then you are full. And if you delete 1, and then you instantly get 1 more. So that's very good. And then you can upload like 20 MB files. You can do 2 minutes recording and 5 minutes audio recording. Those are 2 pretty awesome features. We'll mention that later. So sign up a free account, and then let's just, before we start making, I do want to show you guys really quick that what kind of format we have. So basically, when you go in there, ignore all this other kind of distracting feature. If you just click make, this is what you will see. So the AI recipes, those are a little bit more advanced. And if we have time, I want to do that for our next session to show you guys how we can utilize that. But for today's session, I want to go over like some of the more fundamental features of Padlet and how we can use it with specific activities in our classroom. So you click make, you go in there, you can just choose blank board. So now you will have a new board, and then you can start first a title. I'm gonna do my title. I'm gonna do example listening exercise. So I'm gonna do listening title comprehension activity. So now you choose a format. So we can see there are 6 main formats, and then how they're different. I have a chart for you guys to see. So we have a wall layout. The wall layout is just supposed to appear in like a free form arrangement, but they usually are just kind of like a horizon 1 by 1, but you can move them around. I want to show you an example. So if you go back here, if you see the format and then you see the sections, so for each format, you can choose if you wanted the sections off or sections on. So what's the difference? You can see here, if you click sections on, you can see it gave you a label for section names. If you choose sections off, and then when you create the post, you will just post come up. So that applies for all, except Canvas, that applies for all the formats. So let me go back to here. Let me show you one. This is the wall format with the section on. So we can see it's basically just going, very rigidly, like horizon going from left to right. And then this has a section. And then another example is the wall format without the section title. So this is an example that a teacher used the wall format for like a video posting, asking the students to post different videos. And then we can see there's no section top for that. Okay. And then the next one is grid. Grid is arranged in a very clean, organized format. Let's see an example. It's similar to a wall. However, it looks a little bit cleaner, and then looks a little bit organized. And this is perfect for vocabulary, glossaries, and stuff like that. So that's the grid. And then we have a stream format. So the post will appear in a sequential vertical stream. Let's take a look. So this is the dream stream format. It's good for collaborative storytelling. You know, you start in the prompts and you can have your students just like following the story and writing more plots or like character development. That's just one example though. I'm just showing you the format. So that's the stream. And then we have Canvas. Canvas is the only one that you can basically kind of like free drawing on this format. It's a little bit more advanced, but it's doable. So you can see, like you can, once you create all this post, you can move this post around, like in this example. It's just, it's asking you, it gives you choices. If you say yes, you can go this way. Or basically you start here. Yes, you go this way. No, you go that way. So it can also be like a choice board too. And the last, and then timeline. So the timeline one is posts are displayed along a horizon timeline. This should explain itself. If we look at example here, this is a lesson is like timeline of the gold rush in the United States. So then we're starting from 1848, and then the timeline scrolls from left to right. And then you can arrange them in the time order. So that's a timeline format. The last one is the map. I'm gonna show you guys what the map look like, but when we do breakout rooms, we probably should not do map in this session because it's a little bit more complicated to set it up, but I want to show you what it look like. So like this one is a virtual field trip activity. You can pin a location, and then you can connect the location with a post, with a Padlet post. So see, this one is Royal Danish Library, Denmark. And then this one is Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. Okay, so those are the 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 main format. I'm gonna, let's go back to one I was making. I think it's this one. Okay, so since I'm gonna do a listening comprehension activity, and then I'm going to do a stream format because I wanna post a video at the top, and I wanna like post 2 or 3 different questions right under the video, and the students can provide the responses as comments. So I'm gonna choose this, and then I don't really need a section, so I'm just gonna turn that off. You can also turn it on too. You can just add more section. If you turn that off, the post will just appear in the middle. So done. Okay, now you choose your format. You can just start creating the post. Let's create the post first, and then I'll show you guys a little different ways to change the background, changing the color and stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna post a video. What I did is, if you have attended to one of my previous training, I showed you guys how to do a featured search on YouTube for your purpose. So basically you enter a search English story, and then you go to filters, right? And then you can choose duration. And then one thing I want to suggest to you guys to select is the subtitles. Why? And then I'll show you. So this one is the one I chose ahead of time, and it has subtitles, and it's just like kind of a role play English in English.
Good evening. Are you ready to order?
Well, so what I'm gonna do is, if you remember, if you go into this transcript part, click show transcript, it will show you all the transcript with the time stamp here, but I don't want a time stamp because I want to copy this whole transcript. Okay, I want to copy this and I want to go into ChatGPT. Or you can go to Diffit too. We all have Diffit. So I did this ahead of time to save time. So I basically just, you don't need to formatting the script, whatever, like I just did this. I basically just said, create 3 listening comprehension questions based on the following script. And I just copy and paste the script I just copied here, paste here. And then I had generated and gave me 3 questions. Of course, in real situation, you would want to go through those questions and make sure the level are the ones you wanted for your students. However, I'm just going to use this. So now I get 3 questions, right? I get the video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a subject first. This video is at the restaurant. Here, you can choose for each the post you make, you can choose to upload a file from your computer. So if you click on that, it'll bring you to a window. Then you can like choose file you already have on your device. And you can do link. You can also do camera, do a camera recording of yourself. Like, you know, you can announce like, do like assignments or something. And you can just like a video recording yourself. You can also do image search online. And there's also 12 more attachment styles. And then you can go in there and just exploring them. So what I'm gonna do is link. I'm just gonna copy and paste this YouTube link here. Oh, that's not the link, that's the script. There you go. That's the link. I'm gonna hit this arrow here. So it's embedded. Now the video is embedded in this post, right? And then I'm gonna write some instructions here for the students. I will say, watch this video and answer all the following questions. So that's my instruction. So this is good. The color you can see at the very bottom might be a little bit small. It's just something you can play with. You want your post to look like yellow, you just choose yellow. If you want to look like green, choose green. And the fields are, it's just like, you know, you wanted the subject to show or no, attachment to show or no. So they're not very important. I will just leave it as right now. So now if this is good, I'm gonna hit publish. There you go. So I choose green for my post, and then this is done. So this will be the video. Now I'm gonna create the 3 questions also as a post. I'm gonna add one more. So in the subject area, I will copy the question from ChatGPT, and then put it here. Right, that will be my question. And then I don't need to put more instructions there. I'm just gonna hit publish. And then you can see here, this is the question, right? If you do wanna make it more, you can always edit it. Like if you're not happy with it, now I realize I do wanna add question 1 in there. So I'm gonna do question 1 in the subject. However, put the question in the description so it looks a little bit more neat. Let's see how it turned out. There you go. So I like this one better, right? Like question 1, very clear. Now you can do quickly question 2, and then just copy the question in the description, publish. Then the students can just add comment. Well, they can just add a comment here as their answers, right? Okay, so this is it. This is like the basic of creating Padlet. What's so cool about this tool is there are so many ideas that you can play with, but like have the Padlet presenting them in a very organized way. So let me see, before the breakout room, because today I want to leave enough time for you guys to go into your breakout room and then play with it and create something, hopefully, that we can share at the end of the session. Before we go out to the breakout room, I want to say, even though I'm using English as example, the Padlet has different language offerings. So if you go back to your home page, then you go to your profile on the top right corner, you can see settings. So if when you go to your settings in your basic info, you can see here language. So it does have a lot of language. So if you change the language, say I change into Chinese, and that would change everything on this website into the target language. And I'm gonna change it back so we can all understand what I'm doing in English. There you go. If you don't wanna change the setting into your target language, but then you wanna creating the activity, the post in your target language, all you need to do is, let me just show you really quick. So all you need to do, you can just typing in a different language. Wait, did it come out? There you go. A little bit slow. So I just want to show you that even if you type your own language, it won't come up as like squares or like weird symbols. It will still show up like correctly as your target language. I mentioned this because like there are, as I mentioned before, in the home in here, there's a lot of AI recipes, which is like you enter a topic, it will just generate a lot of contents for you, just like a Diffit. And also when you enter in the topic in your target language, the content generated by Padlet will also be in your target language too. It's pretty smart. So, okay, so that's just the basic of making the Padlets. Now I wanna show you, Molly, can you also please send the PDF to the chat too? So this is what we're gonna do in our breakout room. You can check out those examples for ideas if you want, but I want you guys to scroll down to number 4, which is Padlet teaching ideas and example activities. So I brainstormed some activities for you guys to try out. You can see from the first column is the teaching goal. Like what do you want to do with your students? You want to focus on vocabulary or grammar or listening or reading. You can choose any of them. And then in the second column is example activities. So it's kind of general idea how you can use it. To make things easier and funner for you guys, I did come up some breakout room scenarios. So you can go ahead and then just pick out a couple of them, or we'll see how many you can do, like at least making one, right? And then you can pick out of them. You can use the suggested layout. You can also try with different layout too. For example, if you want to like pick out this one, all you need to do is you go into your Padlet, you set up a Padlet with categories such as food, hobbies, and travel, ask students to add vocabulary words to each category, expand with visual and sentences. So once you set it up, because set up is pretty easy. You just add a title, do some descriptions, and then set up different sections. I want you to act as a student to like try to see if you can like reply those questions or activities, like add responses to it. There are a lot of them in here. Feel free to choose any. I did kind of like moved the mapping ones out because they're a little bit more advanced. However, if you get one basic done, feel free to try it. And then if me or Molly were in like that breakout room, and we could help you out too. So it should be pretty fun and then easy to get started. One more thing before we go on. There you go. So I said I'll show you guys after this is done, I'll show you guys how you can make it look prettier, like however you want it. So all you need to do is just go to the right column. There is a gear icon. Go in there. You can change everything here, literally. You can add a description. If you add a description, it will just show up right under the title here. You can change your wallpaper. A lot of them you can choose from. You can also custom them too. I mean, yeah, you can spend as much time as you want in there. So all this, you can play with them. If you run into a question, make a note. When I'm in the breakout room or Molly in the breakout room, we can help with the question. But yeah, so that's how you change like the presentation of your Padlet. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Like what you need to know to go into your room to start preparing for the Padlet. Do you have any questions before we split up?
I have one question, very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I changed it to Arabic, but unfortunately I don't know where I can return it to English.
Oh, you want to change it back to English?
Yes.
Here. Yeah, that's so you just still go to your, just go ahead and go back to your setting again. So first you hit home.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and then you go to the setting. And then here. And then you can just change the language back.
Sorry, can you sorry, I didn't look. Sorry. Can you go back just one step?
Yeah. So this is your home page, right?
Yes.
And corner, top right corner.
Yes.
And then click on that. And then go to settings.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once you go to settings, you will see here what says in Arabic means language. And then you click on this pencil icon.
Yes.
You can choose the language back.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Hi, welcome back. There is a few questions I got from all the rooms, so I'm just gonna like do a quick answering to all of us. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Okay, so first thing is, how do we share once the Padlet is done? There are a lot of ways you can share. So if you go to the right column, and then there is a share button, you can click on that. So you can invite teachers, or if you want your students to be a collaborator, you can just put like your student's email there. But if you want to do links, you can just choose link. You can copy the link, send it to your students, or you can get a QR code, put it in your LMS course, and the students can also do that on their phone too. Then you can set as assignment. You can also export as image or PDF or spreadsheet. You can print it out. So there are numerous ways to share and export. Another one is switching format. You can definitely switch in format. Like right now, I'm using the stream format. If you go to the setting, you go to the layout, you see the format here. If I change it into timeline, see, it will just automatically change it for you. Pretty neat. And another one is when your students respond as a comments. So let me, sorry. Oh, I think I turned off my comments. Let me change this back. Okay, there you go. So when you add comments, if you're just starting from here, you can type. That can be your comments for the students. But you can also, if you click this little plus sign right next to the add comment, you'll give you a bunch of choices. You can upload, you can add link, you can do a video recording, audio recording, you can draw. You can also, those are very useful because you can do an image search on web. Like if I want to do, I'm talking about food right now, I want to do pizza. And then you search it. You click on that, that will show up in the comments too. So that can be very helpful too. Yeah, so that's about today's training. Kind of basic, but there are a lot of stuff in the Padlet you can play with. Remember, if you are full at 3, you just delete one of them, and you'll just get another one. Then you can make them. Then you can change the format and stuff too. And then also in the gallery. Sorry, I forgot about that one. Just one more minute. Remember, we go to home. If you go into the gallery, there are a lot of categories can give you ideas. Then you can see if you want to see activities, I want to see a debate of fact and opinion. You click on that, then you can see the example. It will give you, like, it will show you how other people did with it. And then if you want to make it here, you can just click create. It will give you this format. Then you can like enter in own stuff and then do edits however you want it. Okay. Or yeah, we'll stop at here today.